let's start with like your journey out here in Australia because you are an international student, and this podcast is mostly related to international student and about inspiring them. So tell us about your journey. Like, how was it being an international student? When did you come in, and what have you learned so far being an international student?
So first at all, like when I first came to Australia, like all the other people, I thought like because how we treat like other countries,
Mhm.
we are always taught like we are a very small country, we are underdeveloped or maybe developing country, and we always think like the people who are in abroad, like in Australia or UK or USA, whatever countries they are superior one, they are rich countries, you know. We
Mhm.
always become fascinated by their lifestyle and everything.
Mhm.
So and I think even now like I have seen like most of the people like whenever they see some foreigners like white people particularly, so they
Mhm.
will be like more respectful,
Mhm.
and they will be more like you know, into them, like so
Yeah.
they won't treat you as like if you see some Indian or maybe Sri Lankan or
Mhm.
other, so the way they treat them and the way treat the white people will be like totally different.
Totally different.
So
It is.
they won't, then they will never treat like both the people as the same. I don't know if it's racism or if it's the
Mhm.
culture or the way we were taught before or something like that. I don't know. So it is what it is, you know, like so this
Yeah.
is perception of 90% of the people who are in Asia.
It is.
And
It
I
is.
have yeah, so when I first came to Australia, I have a same perception. I thought like I used to be humble. I never say no to anything. Like I
Mhm.
thought like so if I'm working with someone, I thought like I can't say no. I have to say yes all the time
Mhm.
because I'm working for them and they're paying me.
Mhm.
Even when I was sick, I was working. I didn't
Yeah.
even, so I tried to call sick, but they said, can you please come because we are sort of people and you we don't have any alternative. And I said yes. I never said no.
Yeah, because that's
So
your
that
humble.
was, yeah, that not humble, like I don't know,
Mhm.
because this was our culture. Like so, whereas in Australia, so even if people doesn't want to go, they will just call sick
Mhm.
normally. So as I stay here for a long time and as I got to know about much people,
Mhm.
then I realized like every person in the world is same.
Mhm.
Okay, so if I respect this person, then I have to respect that person as well. So all
Exactly.
the person in the world deserves same respect. No one is like highly qualified or
Mhm.
something like that. It could be anyone, like someone from Nepal might be highly qualified from the Aussie guy in
Mhm.
Australia, or
Of
maybe
course.
some from IT guy from USA. You never know like who is more, you know, qualified or who is more talented. So how people are judging, like judges is like,
Mhm.
so they will see their skin first, not the
Yeah.
talent. That's the main problem.
Yeah.
Like uh, any sector, if you go to any sector, so if any Aussie guy is working in Australia,
Mhm.
I'm in Australia, so I will mostly talk about the Aussie people.
Of
So
course.
if Aussie people is doing like some job, they will be paid like $100 per hour,
Mhm.
and people won't even ask a question why. But if any Asian people will go and try to get job in same amount,
Mhm.
they will like, they will never get that one.
Yeah, I think because they are citizens of here and they get the first priority, that makes sense. But when you say that how we respect more to the people from white collar, I think that's because where we come from, like for I remember like being a child and I used to work in like a Christian school. So there used to be visitors like once in a year where people used to come from either America or from different places, whoever were donating money for our school. And we used to think like we used to do a lot of things just to like impress them or to show them from the very childhood,
Mm.
like it's like kind of a different thing, different lifestyle. We've always thought that people from America are like, have higher status. I think it depends upon where we come from,
Yeah, that's why I just said like
yeah.
90% of the people have the same perception. So that's why like they will never try to like compete with anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
They will never have a courage of competing with those people because they will always think like, so they are the superior and
Mm-hmm.
we are like not bit
Like
superior than them.
inferior than them,
Yeah, not
yeah.
inferior, but like bit less.
Like,
So
yeah.
that's the problem. And so when I like as time goes, you know, as I grew up and
Mm-hmm.
start learning the culture and environment. And I knew like, so everyone is same, as I already mentioned, like everyone is same. And then I think all the people like in Nepal, they should know that
Mm,
you are like as same level as anyone else in the world. If someone is from
absolutely.
Europe or America, you don't have to be like, number two or number three. You are
Mm,
number one. You can be as good as them. I think everyone should have that mentality. And even like all our like teachers and everyone in the school, they should teach like you can compete with anyone in the world. Like they should have that
absolutely.
mentality, I think.
That's a great way to look at it, bro. I have never seen it like that, but that's a great way to look at it. I think that is something what actually holds us back from trying things out here in Australia. We talk about this a lot, where we talk things like how there are so many opportunities out here in Australia, but students don't go out and grab them. And I think whatever you said, I think that is one of the reasons what holds us back. We have decided from the very beginning that the people out here, especially people who are already living here, people from white skin, are somehow better than us. We have somehow had that belief from the very childhood, and I think that is one of the reasons why is holding us back from doing things. But as you said, it's not like that. Also, the thing is that when we come in here, it's lack of confidence. Maybe that's what doesn't help us go in front and do things. But as you said, it is also kind of a belief that we had from the past which holds us back. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah,
way to look at it,
you
bro,
are
man.
absolutely right.
That's a great
Absolutely
message
right.
to anyone out there, like who's trying to come here or who's already
Yeah.
here. Like, we're all the same. We're at the same level. Maybe we're not, in a sense, in a different field, but we can always learn that. It's about gaining those skills, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So that is the thing, like as you said, like lack of confidence.
Hmm.
Lack of confidence. Why there is a lack of confidence? Because from your my mental thing, you already thought like that guy is superior than me, or that guy is like, much more like talented than me. So if you already have that in mentality, then you lose your confidence in the
Yeah.
first round. So there is no other like
Yeah. We need to
chance you
change
can
our
compete with
mindset
anyone
in
else.
that terms.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it. That's a good way to
Yeah,
know.
another example why I'm saying this is,
Mm,
so most of the people who comes from Nepal,
mm.
they don't even try to like apply for the jobs, like maybe some administrative jobs or some
Any kind of
office
professional
jobs or
jobs.
anything. They won't even try because they think like, oh no, they won't give the job to me.
Yeah.
And I like, you didn't even applied for any sort of job, so how can you be sure like you won't get the job? If
Exactly.
you apply for the job, if you face the interview, then you know like you will get the job. But if you don't even like don't have a confidence to apply in the job online, then how do you gonna get the job? So that's why most of the people like end up doing like cleaning, housekeeping, and those kind of job, because they think like doing those job are easier. Like you can just get referred
Mm,
from your friend and just keep starting the job. You can do any job like in Australia. You can apply for
yeah.
any job.
Exactly, bro. We are somehow limited, like to our own culture and our own mentality. Like, we ask for suggestions from the people who are already in that mindset or in that situation that they can't do anything else. So we should be very careful who do we take advice from or who do we stick around. Because as they say, you become what you surround yourself with. So you need to be very careful whose advice are you taking.
Yeah, no, I think most of the people, they want to be comfortable. That's a
Exactly,
bad
exactly.
thing.
They
They
don't
want
want
to
to
be
get out of comfort
comfortable.
zone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So whenever they arrive to Australia, they find the houses
Mm,
with the same community. Like if someone is from Nepal, they will
mhm.
try to find someone who is from Nepal as well, so they can live together in the same
I
house.
did that, bro. Everyone
Don't
does
do
that.
that.
I
Like
did
don't
that.
do that. I will
Yeah.
say like everyone does that. Me as well. I did that as well.
Mm,
So whoever is like trying to come to Australia or going any country, like don't stay with the same people, like with the same culture. Like you already know all the culture anyway. What else you gonna know? Nothing.
yeah,
So
exactly.
go with someone else, like live with some like other countries, like maybe from Malaysia, Singapore, Japan, Korea. Make friends like from different like countries. So you will get to learn from those countries, like their thoughts, what their mentality is, what
Mhm.
they are planning, so that we can like get some idea as well from them, like you'll get like more confident. You won't be comfortable maybe,
Mhm.
but I can assure that like you will be more confident in your life.
Yeah, you will learn differently. I have lived like that. Like when I came in, I first, of course, stayed with the people from my own community, but in a time of 3 to 4 months, I moved out. And when I came in here, before I came here, I lived in two places. I lived with people from India, Sri Lanka. I lived from people from like Korea. One of them was from
Nice.
Japan, I think. They were for short periods. Then I actually moved out here in Redfern. And the main goal why I was here was because I wanted to actually get out of that comfort zone within my community and actually come here and actually talk to Aussie people in a day-to-day basis, because that is also a good way to improve my English, to improve my knowledge, to improve my confidence, because when I came in here first, it was very hard for me to understand what Aussie people were talking about, because some of them talk really fast and some of them use a lot of jargons or their slangs, which makes us not understand them. But when I came in here and I lived with Aussie people, that's when I learned about their culture. That's when I learned about their slangs. That's when I was more comfortable to go out and actually talk with other Aussie people, like other people. So it's always a great. Australia is a place where this is a world in itself, because there are people from all around the world here in Australia. So I always say this
Yeah,
to
you're
any
right.
Indian student: go out there, explore the culture, know more people. You can know the world by just being in this one country. If you like this video, hit subscribe. You can listen to the full podcast in YouTube, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.